Hey everyone! So today's not technically a vlog, but I hope you guys will understand. It's been a pretty crazy work weekend today, Saturday, and I wanted to get a video filmed, and I was tagged in a zero waste tag, so I thought this would be the perfect little thing to upload instead of a vlog today. And yeah, let's hop right in. So I was tagged by Kate from EcoBoost, and I'm really excited to share my answers with you guys. I have everything on my computer right here, so if I look over, that's why. And this is a really short tag, so let's hop right in. What got you started? So for me, a couple things did. Honestly, just kind of wanting to live a more responsible lifestyle was the first reason. The second is for health reasons. The BPA that's found in plastic, mostly plastic bottles, can disrupt your endocrine system and therefore mess with your thyroid health. And for me, someone who struggles with thyroid issues, I take this really seriously, and I don't drink out of plastic bottles because of this. And yeah, I drink out of stainless steel or glass. But so yeah, there's like the environmental reasons, the just wanting to live a more sustainable and like responsible lifestyle, and then for health reasons too. What's your favorite bulk purchase? So I have two favorites, and unfortunately I'm out of both of them right now, so I can't share them with you. But the number one is coffee. I like to get Allegro coffee. It's fair trade and organic, and I just feel like it tastes really good. And then I also love bulk peanut butter. What's your most recommended zero waste item? So for me, recently, I haven't been able to eat out as much because I found out that I have a lot of food allergies and sensitivities that I'll get into in another video. But I do love to get coffee and tea out since I can't eat out as much as I used to. So my number one zero waste thing is my reusable cup. This one is by Clean Canteen, and it's a 16-ounce pint, and it has a little sleeve that comes off. But this has been really great for me. I used to have another kind of like refillable or reusable, obviously it's refillable, coffee cup that was a lot taller than this one, and it was 12 ounces. But I found that this one is a lot easier for baristas to use because it fits under the machines just like a normal coffee cup. And it says that it's 16 ounces on the bottom, so there's no confusion about, you know, what to charge me for. And the only thing that I would say about this is that it does get really hot because it's stainless steel. So I've had some issues with like people like not burning themselves, but being like, oh my gosh, your cup gets so hot. And I'm like, yeah, it's stainless steel. That's why there's like a thing to hold on to. But so sometimes I just say like, make sure you hold on to the sleeve because the cup gets really hot. People really love this. I get compliments on it every time I use it. And it's just a super simple switch that I have made to not use plastic or paper cups. So this is a highly recommended item if you like to get coffee and tea out a lot. Other than that, I recommend going through your trash. I know, what's her name? Lauren Singer has talked about this before, and I'm sure other people have too. To go through your trash and see what you're throwing away, and then from there try to make sustainable switches. I used to throw away a lot of plastic cutlery, so just getting a fork, or just like not even one like this, just like taking a fork with you from your cutlery at home. And then obviously the reusable bag. I always have a stash of these in my purse, in my car. You can never have too many of them. If they're clean, I mean, hopefully they're clean, but you can even use them as produce bags. But yeah, those are my three things that I think are super easy. Oh, and a reusable water bottle as opposed to a plastic water bottle. But definitely like see what you're throwing away the most and make those changes first. And the last question is, what keeps you motivated? So for me, honestly, kind of going back to that first answer, being able to live my values has been something that's been really cool for me. A lot of times it can seem like the little things don't make a difference, but little things add up to big things. So just being able to make these small changes in my daily life have been encouraging for me, and it's been cool to kind of see my little things that I do encourage other people too. I skipped one on accident, guys. I skipped number 2. So number 2 is your most memorable moment. So I have 2. I have a very bad memorable moment and a good one. So I'll start with the bad one. So this was 2 years ago, maybe like a year and a half ago. Nick and I were out doing something and we decided that we wanted to stop at Whole Foods on the way home to get some food. And I didn't have any of my stuff with me, none of my reusables. But when I walked in, I saw that they had merchandised mason jars by the bulk section. So I was like, sweet, you know, I'll just buy a mason jar. You can never have too many mason jars anyway. So I got something in a mason jar and then we went back to the hot bar area and we started talking to one of the workers back there, and she was so nice. She was just super accommodating. We asked her if she could fill, or if she could weigh our jars so that we could use them to get food, and she was just all about it. She like wrote the tare weight down. She wrote her name down on the paper too. And she said, you know, like if they give you any problems at the register, just tell them to call me, like I'll help them, whatever. So we were like, sweet, this is so cool. Like we weren't prepared, but it still worked out and stuff. So it was sort of around dinner time, so it was a little bit more crowded. And we went up to the register and we started checking out, and I started explaining to the guy at the cash register, like, so-and-so in the back said, you know, to give you this, and her, you know, you need to take the tare weight off and all this stuff. And he was probably having a bad day. I don't like talking bad about people, but I feel like, okay, let me just get to the story. So basically he couldn't figure out how to do it, and he was giving us a lot of attitude, and I get it. I mean, I've worked in retail before, and it's annoying when people come up to you and ask you to make an exception, or, you know, sometimes you just deal with customers that are really rude, or, you know, are trying to return things without a receipt and, like, you know, whatever. But the moral of the story is, like, you never are supposed to make a customer feel like they're doing something wrong. That's just like rule number 1 of retail, right? Like the customer's always right. And even if they aren't, like, you need to be kind to them. I feel like just even outside of retail, just like be kind to one another, right? But this guy was just like giving it to us. Like he was not happy. He was not hiding that he wasn't happy. He was like trying to figure it out, and he had to pull in like 2 other people. They didn't know what to do. So finally, oh, and okay, also there was a line of people behind us, and when I was like trying to explain to him how to take the tare weight off, there was a customer behind us that had a plate of hot food, and she was like to me, "This is why you put it on a plate like this." And I was just like, this is not happening to me right now. Like in situations like that, I just get really like, oh my gosh, I just don't want to be here right now. And then sometimes later I'll just get really upset, or like think of like what I should have said in that moment later. But anyway, after probably like 10 minutes, he figured it out. And when he was typing in something to the computer, he looked up at me and said, what did he say? He was like, "I'm gonna make an exception for you this time, but this is never happening again," or "I'm never doing this again." And I was just like blown away. I couldn't believe that he said that to me, and I was so embarrassed. Everyone had to wait for us because, you know, we couldn't figure out what we were doing. And so I took my stuff and left, and then yeah, I was just mortified that, especially at an establishment like Whole Foods, a place that seems to pride themselves on being sustainable and, you know, like all this stuff, that I had been treated that way. So I was really upset and embarrassed. But then the next day I got my stuff together and called the store and complained to a manager because I didn't want someone else to be treated that way, and I was just really mad, to be honest. The manager ended up apologizing to me and agreeing with me that, like, yes, they encourage people to bring their own containers, all this stuff. They gave me a gift card, whatever. But all that being said, don't get turned away from, you know, bringing your own stuff if maybe you get like one person that like thinks you're crazy. You're doing the right thing, and they may need to like learn how to do something different, like do the tare weight thing. But in the grand scheme of things, like if you can help them learn something new, then they can help the next person that comes with their own containers also. So anyway, there's that. But, and I should say also that that one experience was the only time that I had an experience like that. All of my other time shopping with either my jars or my own containers, people love it and they like thank me. So this is like the second part. This is the good part of my memorable moments, is just like employees like thanking me for bringing my own containers, or like, you know, giving me 5 cents back for every produce bag I bring. You know, usually you just get like 5 cents back for your actual like shopping bags, but a lot of times people will give me money back for every produce bag I bring. There are a lot more people excited about, you know, people shopping this way than there are people not excited about it. So that was definitely, those two things are my most memorable moments for sure. So that's the tag. I hope this video was interesting for you guys in some way. Thank you again, Kate, so much for tagging me, and definitely check out her channel if you guys haven't already. And yeah, I am going to edit this video and upload it soon, and then just like work for the rest of the day. So thank you for being understanding that I don't have an actual vlog today, but I think this video was a perfect little thing to put in. So yeah, I hope you guys are having a great weekend, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.